your outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle news, The Ben Show. I am your host, Rebecca Wanner, aka Beck, and as always, we love hearing from y'all. Keep sending us those comments, stories, ideas. Get a hold of us anytime. Call or text 305-900-2363. Again, that's 305-900-2363. Or you can always drop an email to bendradioshow@gmail.com. Ryan Long Shotgun, as always, is my co-host, producer, sound engineer, Jeff Tigger Erhardt. Now, Tigger, right before we went on air, you brought up a topic
I was on Facebook
that I did not want to hear, really, because I was hoping I could just kind of get by buying these tickets to go see these things without you knowing and realize the cost had gone up. But we're talking concert tickets.
Yeah, I was on Facebook because a buddy of mine, he was looking at going to the Kid Rock concert in Wichita, Kansas, which I believe is on the 18th of April. I'm pretty sure that's when it is. And here's what tickets are going for, because he wanted to immediately be like the first one out of the chute, right? And be able to pick like what seats and all this. Oh no, the tickets right here. I'm looking at the actual, like on mpv.tickets.com, something like that. $600. I lied. $599.50. $600. And that is not exactly the primo seats either.
Okay, so you're saying these seats aren't even on the floor?
No, okay, this one says platinum, row E, seat 12. This one, oh, okay, this one is on the floor. This is the floor 2, row E, seat 13. Yeah, these are all $600. Here's another one. Yes, it is on the floor, row A. That one is $600. Hello.
Well, I do got to tell you that I had on my own already looked this up as in regards to 2025 proposed concert tickets prices, and they're expecting this year to be on the rise for ticket prices.
Why is that? Why is it?
Because we are still in this mindset of wanting to enjoy an experience. We want experience. And let's be real, you go to concerts, how can you not end up laughing and singing along?
Kid Rock Kid Rock would be awesome.
I've been to Kid Rock.
I was just going to ask you if that was a concert you have been to. You have been to so many
that you can't keep track of. I know. I went to Kid Rock, who, get this, it was paired with Bon Jovi at Soldier Field in Chicago.
That would be a sight to see. That'd be all right.
Kid Rock does one heck of a show, I gotta say. Now, am I right now looking to spend $600? I'd probably have to do that without telling you and like take it out of my own little savings.
I don't even know, like TS, like Taylor Swift. I don't even know what her concert tickets are going for.
You don't want to know what those are going for, honey.
It's just gonna make me mad. So, what was the singer that you have seen the most? Is it Reba? Is that the concert that you've been to the most? I know I've asked you this many times on other shows we've done, but I know that you have seen some of our country western artists a few different times.
Yeah, I would say.
Is it Reba that you've seen?
I would say Reba is at the top of the list, and I've seen her in 5 different states. And then in Vegas, I saw her there multiple times because she was doing the show with the residency with Brooks and Dunn for quite a while.
So you've seen her more than a half a dozen times.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I've seen her many times, and it's always a terrific show.
Who puts on the best show, in your opinion, of just pure entertainment? Now, and that could be if you just really enjoy listening to this type of music. It could be if you like the whole show that maybe goes on with it.
And this is me. I am very eclectic. I like a lot of different types of music, okay? So this one might surprise you. Pink.
How did I know you were going to say that?
I am telling you, because it's not just a concert, it's a show. You see this gal, and she is hanging from like curtains and swinging around the entire arena.
So did Chris Ledoux. Chris Ledoux did that. Chris Ledoux, don't even go there with Pink, because Chris Ledoux, he put on the ultimate show. I saw him when he was with Garth Brooks. Chris Ledoux is the master of the stage. Pink is nothing. It's a color. Chris Ledoux is literally immortalized forever.
Hey, I am a huge Chris Ledoux fan. I have seen Chris Ledoux 3 times. I was lucky to see him before he passed away. And I still say it all the time. All the time. God bless Chris Ledoux.
There you go.
And you look at artists like Garth Brooks. I've seen him a number of times. But he always credits Chris Ledoux for the reason why his show is the way it is. He learned his showmanship.
Yes. On-stage presence.
He learned it from the great Chris Ledoux. So yes, he's up there. But yes, I've seen George Strait multiple times. Many, many different artists. I've just been lucky. I am one of those junkies that likes, and thing is folks, if you're going, well, but I don't have a friend to go with, I have gone to most of the concerts
will go with you.
in my life. I'm not kidding. I've gone to most of the concerts in my life by myself. And you're sitting there going, what? She goes to concerts by herself? I am telling you, I have a fantastic time. I end up befriending people that are around me.
Okay, hold on. We're going down a whole different rabbit hole than anything I know that you probably needed to cover today, but I'm going to do this. You've been to the CMTs, right?
Are you talking about the CMT Awards?
Yeah.
Not the CMTs, but I have been to the CMAs I've been to the ACMs. Sorry. I've walked the red carpet, and Taylor Swift was just a few feet in front of me. That was about 10 years ago, before she was as big as she is now. But believe me, I was still fangirling and taking photos as quickly as I could.
So the CMA, do that again. The CMA, the Country Music
CMAs,
Awards.
The ACMs, I've been to them twice. I've been to the Billboards. I've been very lucky to go to some of these very elite award shows, but I'm a music junkie. Yeah. He's just looking at me like, who are you? Who is this woman I am married to?
I've been to the local high school concert in the spring and over Christmas, and I thought that was cool.
But
That's
you
about the end
brought
of it.
up a topic when I said I went alone. And you know what? Now we're going to just change gears altogether. Because
change it.
How many of us sit there and you go, I want to go to X, Y, or Z, but I don't want to go by myself. And it can even be going to eat supper or dinner or lunch alone at a restaurant can cause anxiety, right?
Okay. Yep, I get it.
I think we've all been there.
I get that.
But I'm telling you, it's one of the most empowering feelings once you go and you do that by yourself. And start with baby steps. Go have lunch somewhere by yourself. Go eat a steak somewhere by yourself. Why? Because it makes you all of a sudden, you realize you're much more friendlier to the waiters.
I would bet you are. Because you just kind of want conversation.
You just end up taking in the moment in a whole different way. And it empowers you every time you get on a trip. For example, you're going to get on a plane and sometimes you're going, wow, I haven't flown in a couple of years. Don't worry. The customer service people there, they want to help you. It's all about how you approach, though. If you come up to them and demand and are angry,
right.
It's not going to bode well for you. But
don't Tiggerize anybody.
Exactly. Don't be like Tigger, okay? But if you go and you just say, hey, I'm sorry, I haven't flown in a while, I'm by myself, these people are more than willing to help you.
So really, the takeaway from this is do not deny yourself the opportunity of an experience based on the company that may or may not be with you.
You can be your own best date. All right, like always, we went off track, but don't worry, we've got tons of news coming up right after this short break. Stay where you are. The Ben Show will be back right after this. This is Beck. First, I appreciate all of you for listening and making The Bend part of your week. Many of you have asked, how do I catch past episodes? The answer is super easy. Head to thebendshow.com and click on the shows tab. There you can listen to every episode all the way back to episode 1. Podcasters, head to your favorite podcasting app and search The Bend. You'll find us. Be sure to follow and subscribe and never miss another episode again.
Is there that particular pair of boots or that shirt or pair of jeans that you just can't find anywhere else? Check out Medora Boot and Western Wear. Medora Boot and Western Wear is the go-to for boots, jeans, especially jackets, and even those hard-to-find accessories that make perfect gifts. Check out MedoraBoot.com, or better yet, give Kim a call at 701-623-1005 and tell Kim that Tigger and Beck sent you. For the latest in Western and outdoor practical and fashionable wear, there is only one, Medora Boot and Western Wear.
The hunt, the stories, the memories. This is Jake Fenrick with JB's Wildlife Designs. Let me capture and preserve that hunt, that story, that memory with a trophy mount to last you a lifetime. Look us up on Facebook at JB's Wildlife Designs to see samples of our taxidermy. and reach out at any time with any and all questions you may have. This is Jake Fenrick with JB's Wildlife Designs. Taxidermy is my passion. Let me preserve yours.
Welcome back to your outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle news, The Bend Show. I am your host, Rebecca Wanner, a.k.a. Beck. Right along shotgun, my co-host, Jeff Tigger Erhardt. We're going to jump into the news. First story off the bat is, have you heard about the iconic American ammunition brands Federal, Remington, Heavy Shot, Spear, and CCI have new ownership? Last month, these legendary names and ammo were sold to the Prague-based Czechoslovak group, CSG, for over $2 billion. This acquisition marks the end of a 2.5-year process involving scrutiny and approval by U.S. regulatory bodies. Under its new parent company, the Kinetic Group, led by CEO Jason Vanderbrink, these brands are set to thrive with long-term investments that aim to boost innovation and production. Vanderbrink states that moving away from the pressures of short-term returns will allow the brands to focus on delivering better and more reliable ammunition for customers.
So sorry, I'm jumping in here. So why did this even take place in the first place? Were these other ones for sale? Like you said, Federal and Remington, did they offer their businesses up for sale? Do you know?
Well, the ammo brands were previously owned by Vista Outdoor, a company managing a mix of outdoor and ammunition businesses. If you're not familiar with Vista Outdoor, a strategic decision was made to split the two sectors due to the differing business models and investor demands. Ammunition, a volatile commodity market, as we know, didn't align well with the stable growth expectations of lifestyle brands like Bushnell and Primos, which resulted in the sale.
Wow, you were prepared for that question. Holy smokes.
Well,
you had it ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk.
I am, because I know there's a lot of individuals out there like ourselves that are hunters, that are into our firearms, and we're very familiar with Federal, Remington, CCI.
And we stockpile as much as we possibly can. Every time we go to the farm supply store, you're really good about this. You let me buy a box of ammo.
I don't think we're supposed to actually let people know that. We don't want to be on their radar.
We don't have any. All right. I do have another question for you, and that is about like national security. Is there any concerns about that? I mean, that's kind of, one of the hot topics right now when it comes to all this stuff.
Yes, the sale did raise national security concerns, prompting an investigation by the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, despite opposition from some politicians, including then Senator J.D. Vance, who's now our new vice president. The sale was cleared in June. CSG emphasized its commitment to supporting U.S. military, law enforcement, hunters, and allied nations, along with its nearly 4,000 American employees.
No, I get it when you say that there's a lot of opposition to this with foreign investment in U.S. properties like this. So what about those just American-made ammunition? What about those? Because we have a lot of friends in that business.
Understand.
So what's that?
You're wondering what's the future hold, right? That's what you're asking?
Yeah.
Well, with additional resources from CSG, which also owns a majority stake in Fiat, the Kinetic Group is poised to grow and innovate. Manufacturing plants like Federal's in Minnesota and Remington's in Arkansas will continue to play a key role in supplying high-quality ammunition for American and allied markets. So I feel like it's still a strong move. We're not going to see a decline in our ammunition on the shelves.
I think that was the biggest concern is when you're talking about this, when you have foreign investors and with opposition, that there might be that decline because heaven forbid, we can get 22 250 rounds that anybody can actually afford. Right?
Can you tell he wants to vent a little bit? That's because I have
goodness.
a 22 250 that's needing to be sighted in, and I'm hoarding my ammunition right now.
Well, we only have a few. The prices come down on like 22 250. It has, but I'm one of those guys where I'm constantly pricing the price per round is what I'm looking at.
I know. And a lot of the ammunition, especially when you talk about the 22 250, that caliber kind of went off to the side a little bit when the Creedmoor, everybody was chasing after that. But thankfully now we are finding 22 250 back on the shelf again.
Well, yeah, at a premium price.
Well, everything these days is at a premium price, honey.
Well,
you got to come up with the times. You're still thinking everything should cost what it did 20 years ago.
So back then when you could order a Pendleton and it would cost you $3, That's still what I think it
that's
should
called
be.
happy hour.
Is that what it is?
That's happy hour prices.
Now it's 14. Are you kidding me? Anyhow, all right, I'm done.
All right, next news story talks about the funding gap threatening federal walk-in hunting access programs. For those of you that do use public access programs for your hunting, please take a listen. The Voluntary Public Access and Habitat Initiative program, which funds walk-in hunting access on private lands, will not receive federal funding in 2025, creating challenges for hunters and conservationists. Without these funds, states cannot expand or create new access programs, leaving hunters with fewer opportunities. Historically funded by the Farm Bill, the program received $50 million in 2018, but saw reduced funding with recent extensions. The 2025 Farm Bill extension omitted funding entirely, marking the second consecutive year without adequate support. States participating rely on these grants to incentivize private landowners to allow public hunting and improve habitats. Existing programs will likely remain stable for now, thanks to state-level funding, but the gap limits expansion and new initiatives is growing. Conservation leaders are advocating for Congress to include $150 million for the Voluntary Public Access and Habitat Initiative program in the next Farm Bill. Bipartisan proposals to triple the program's funding offer hope, though Congress has struggled to reach agreements. The program's benefit extend beyond hunting, generating millions in economic activity and supporting jobs. Advocates urge sportsmen to contact lawmakers to push for a farm bill that secures funding for this program and boosts public land access.
I get it why, taking some of these dollars away from public hunting access, but I wrote this down. You said fewer opportunities. Now, I know this isn't your opinion. You were just reporting this.
I'm just reporting. I was reading the story.
I'm going to say that this is not fewer opportunities. This creates opportunities because those people that maybe were relying on public hunting and maybe we won't have that anymore. Now, you know what? In the off season, if there is a part of the globe, the state, the region, the county that you like to hunt in, during the off season, spend some time maybe trying to get to know some landowners.
Cultivate new relationships.
I mean, do it the old way before we had Facebook, before we had the internet and all this, and you had to pick up the phone, right? Or you had to use a road atlas, or you had to ask people, or you had to stop in and ask for referrals or whatever the case is. If there's a part of the country that you used to maybe be able to hunt, or you'd like to get to know some landowners, try to make relationships with them. It doesn't hurt.
I agree. I didn't expect us to spin off into this topic either, but this is an excellent one. You're talking to two individuals who are landowners who are thankful enough to have private land to hunt on. However, we do allow certain friends and such to come and hunt on our properties. However, they've had to become friends. And how do they pay us back?
Exactly.
They use their own vacation time in the off hunting season when it's maybe planting, it's maybe harvesting, it's
Fixing
hay
fence.
season, fixing fence.
Repairs.
They're coming out and actually helping us improve our properties, or as you might want to say, put a little stake into the game of it and just get to know us on an own personal level, which actually ends up benefiting them. They're getting to hunt. They're getting to see how farmers and ranchers are conservationists and work to make the land better than it was before.
Now, do I hope that they cut all the funding? No, I don't. I mean, I just want to make that clear is that I hope that this doesn't happen, that they can get funding for public access hunting. I'm just offering a potential solution to what some may see as a problem. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not saying that I support taking the money away. I'm saying if it does, here's maybe an opportunity for somebody to create a solution for a potential problem that could exist.
A way to soften that blow.
There you go. There you go. Trying to help out.
Let's take a short break right now. You're listening to The Ben Show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. You've waited, dreamt of a hunting adventure, and now have harvested that trophy of a lifetime. Keep the memory alive with a custom-designed mount, preserved as a work of art. Check out our approved taxidermist depending on your location. The award-winning Schneider Taxidermy is located in Helena, Montana. When hunting the Dakotas, JB's Wildlife Designs in Mandan, North Dakota. Then Shadwin Creek Taxidermy in Nebraska. And for the Central USA, Little Rack Taxidermy in Macomb, Illinois. Reach out to The Ben Show and let us help you find the right taxidermist.
Hey guys and gals, this is John Harmon with Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV. Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV travels the back roads to the backwaters in pursuit of the ultimate adventure in hunting and fishing. Join Team UOA every week for exciting action in the crosshairs of the outdoors. Catch Ultimate Outdoor Adventures TV on YouTube, Amazon Prime, and make sure to follow Team UOA on Facebook and Instagram to share in the ultimate outdoor adventure.
You asked for it, you got it. Watch the Cowboy Channel anytime, anywhere with the Cowboy Channel Plus. Live stream the Cowboy Channel or watch your favorite PRCA rodeos on demand. Classic PRCA rodeos added weekly. Get the Cowboy Channel Plus for only $9.99 a month or save 25% by signing up for a full year. Visit cowboychannelplus.com to sign up and start streaming today.
Welcome back to your outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle news, The Ben Show. I am your host, Rebecca Wanner, a.k.a. Beck, and right along shotgun, my co-host, Jeff Tigger Erhardt. Now that we have recovered from the, I don't even know if it was 12 hours, 14 hours of shutdown of TikTok a week ago, I found this story kind of interesting. And now, of course, Christmas break is over. Everyone is back to college that goes to college. Listen to this. According to the New York Post, they say an increasing number of colleges and universities are offering classes in how to become a social media influencer.
Is this when I just bang my head against the microphone?
Yes.
Okay.
The trend sees schools
go.
now taking content creation seriously as a viable career choice. The influencer marketing industry is valued at over $21 billion and is a favorite field, of course, among young people. Arkansas Tech University is even offering a Bachelor of Arts degree in social media influencing. Other universities following the trend include the University of Alabama, USC, Cornell, Duke, Chapman, and Columbia. So I bring this up because we saw how many people, how do I say this?
Panicked, lost their ever-loving mind, were bawling, were crying.
Exactly. When TikTok went down for a very short amount of time, it absolutely caused ruckus across not just the United States, the world, because that has become an avenue. We probably all know somebody who is an influencer who has made this as part of their income.
Or tried.
There's been a lot more that have tried and maybe not made it.
Right.
But it has become a way of marketing. And in some ways, it's almost become, how do I say, the present day form of blogging in a way, if you look at it.
I can understand people wanting to be entrepreneurial. I get that.
100%
and work for themselves.
it.
And I encourage that. But that's the danger of just relying on social media, because we all know, like, TikTok got shut down. And it could get shut down again. That's the thing. It's kind of got an extension right now. And we all have friends who have had their Facebook accounts hacked, right? And say,
their business pages eliminated.
Exactly. So, having that as if that's what you're doing, great. But, I can speak for you by saying you probably want to try to have some sort of a backup plan that if this fails, that you aren't just standing there.
I'm going to agree with you. I am in no way, an expert on this. I'm just going to shoot from the cuff on how I feel about it. This is what bothers me with the whole social media influencing. I believe it works great in promoting your own actual business that you own. However, if you're relying 100% on the income of coming from, say, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you have to keep this in your mind. You don't own any of those companies. You don't own Meta. You don't own TikTok. You don't own Twitter, or which is now called X. you're again relying on somebody else versus if you already have a platform, you have a business that you can actually say, I own. For example, you've created a very successful website that Google likes, it's read.
Online
it's
store or something like that, right?
Yes, it's structured correctly. You own that. They can't take that away from you. That's my biggest fear is I feel like sometimes there's this misleading ways of promoting on how social media influencing can be your full-time career when things are going to change. Let's be real. We have AI right now. We have all these other aspects coming into the creative world that you really should almost use that as a marketing tool. But that's just me. I'm not an expert. I'm just giving you what my insight is.
But you sure sound like one, Beck.
We're going to call this show wrapped, folks. Thanks again for riding along with us. And remember to keep sending in your questions, your comments. If you've got something spot-worthy we need to talk about, as well as we want to know about your area's field reports. How's the coyote hunting going? How's the ice fishing going? That number again, call or text anytime, 305-900-2363. Again, 305-900-2363. Or you can always email bendradioshow@gmail.com. And if you missed part of this show or want to hear past episodes, you can find them all on our website, thebendshow.com. And be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting app and to The Ben Show YouTube channel. Finally, a big thanks again to all of you listeners that came along. Whether you're coming or going today, stay with us as we ranch it up. And remember to keep up with me, Beck, all week long by following The Bend on Facebook and on Instagram @The Bend Show. This is Rebecca Wanner. Catch Beck if you can next week on The Bend.